Hello guys, and welcome to our bonus video. And we're going to make spiced nuts today, right?
We are going to make spiced nuts today. My name is Coach Green and I have my helper today,
Megan.
We are going to make this recipe with pecans today, but what's really fun is you can combine as many nuts or combination of nuts as you want to. The one that we have as our example today that my husband took for a lunch snack today when he went to work is a combination of pecans, almonds, cashews, and then we threw in some sesame and pumpkin seeds in this one along with a little bit of coconut. But the recipe itself is going to be identical. So are you ready, Megan?
I think I am. How about you?
I am. We have our ingredients all laid out, ready to go. Be sure to refer to the downloadable document that goes with this video for a printable form that has the recipe. So you can print that out and then have it in your kitchen when it's time to actually make this recipe. So we are going to start out with 1 egg white. And we have that ready. We're going to pour that into our bowl and then whip it really good, kind of get it mixed up and a little bit frothy. So we start with that egg white and then a pinch of salt. So we'll go ahead and throw just a pinch of salt in there, Megan, along with, my pinch is a little big than your pinch, I guess, but you've got smaller fingers.
Should I do another one?
Nope, that's perfect. We can always add more salt later. You can never take salt away. So it's good to start with a little bit and then always add more later to flavor. So go ahead and whip that up really good and get it mixing. And then to that, we are going to add a 1/4 cup of honey, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So go ahead and do that, Megan.
Okay.
Now, if you are trying to avoid sugars or carbs or have a diet that you definitely don't want to go with the honey, or you can also substitute maple syrup if you like that maple flavor for this recipe. Go ahead. Yeah, that looks really good. Then you always got to lick the bowl when it comes to honey, along with that. Super yummy. If you want to avoid the sugar, as I was saying, we can simply substitute stevia instead of the sugar. I'm a big fan of using stevia. If you're not familiar with stevia, it is an herb that is about 100 times sweeter than actual sugar, and so you can substitute that. But the cool thing about stevia is that it does not mess with your blood sugar. It does not have any calories, which is a huge bonus, and it won't affect, there's no carbs to it, so it's not going to affect anything as far as health concerns when it comes to sugar. So then we have our cinnamon already measured out. We can throw that in there, and then our 2 teaspoons of vanilla.
I'll measure that over the bowl so that...
Good point, Megan. That's very true. It's always better to measure it over a separate bowl so that if you spill, you don't get too much into the recipe. Now, if you're like me and you love vanilla and you don't mind a little bit of extra vanilla in the recipe, then you can go ahead and do it over your main bowl. It's up to you. Normally they say in traditional cooking, it's better to measure it over a separate bowl in case you accidentally over measure it. Like that, but that's okay.
Because I'm not very good.
That looks like it's about 2 teaspoons, so that's perfect.
Should I just pour it?
Yep, pour that in there, and then pour it in there. Nice job. We'll mix that up and get it nice and combined. And it smells so good, doesn't it, Megan?
Oh yeah, it smells so much like cinnamon.
Anything with cinnamon, vanilla, and honey has got to be good, right?
Yeah.
And you are doing a great job mixing that up. Now that we have it all nice and combined, to that we're going to add 4 cups of your soaked and then dehydrated to make them crispy again nuts. They can be, as I said, pecans, almonds, cashews, whatever your favorite is. In this case, we are going to do pecans. I'll go ahead and dump that while you stir.
Very hard to mix.
Yeah, we can use our spoon now probably more than the whisk.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
And at this point then, we're going to mix it until each of our nuts are nice and coated. and get that good vanilla and honey and cinnamon flavor coated all over so that it's got that good, delicious flavor on all the nuts. Now, a kitchen tip that works really well is to clean up as you go. So we have a few of our bowls that we threw over in the sink and washed up. Get them in the dishwasher right away so that you don't have that mess that becomes overwhelming when you're in the kitchen. So now that we have our pecans nice and stirred, we get out a simple baking sheet. Pretty much any size will work for this. And then the other thing that's really important is some parchment paper. Now, parchment paper is one of those things that I find indisposable in the kitchen. It makes our life so much easier. Do you know why?
So it doesn't stick, right?
Correct. It helps that things don't stick, and most importantly, it makes cleanup a breeze. So we'll simply put this down on our pan, pour the pecans down on there, and then we're ready to go. Now when it's time to clean this up, it's just a matter of emptying our pecans into our jar and then throwing away the parchment paper and then rinsing out our pan. Then we take our spoon and we're going to spread that out nice and flat and even, because in the next step we're going to put this in the oven at 150 degrees. We want to have just that real low temperature just to lightly dry and get the topping to get crispy again. Now, if your oven doesn't go that low, you can put it in the highest setting on your dehydrator, because most of your dehydrators will go up to about 145, and that will work too. Those smell so good. It's been about 2 hours that we've had these on a slow roast in our oven, and they are just perfect. So all we have to do now is taste test, and we've got our spiced nuts. What do you think?
I think they look amazing. Those taste amazing too.
So thanks for watching. Feel free to try this recipe and comment below and let us know what you think.
Rolling.
I'm chewing.
You're supposed to do that.
Push fingering.
It's hard not to snitch. It smells so good.
That's your reward for getting a good take later.
There you go. He's rolling.
Okay.